Hey everyone, it's Rochelle with Losing It on Keto, and in this video what I have for you is my 3-month progress report. So today is February 20th, 2023, and today starts month 4 for me. So let's go through my 3-month results, through 12 weeks. So this past week I lost 1.5 pounds, putting me at a total of a loss of 46.4 pounds, and through 12 weeks, that's an average weekly loss of 3.9. As always, I'm showing you my day-by-day macros and then what that averaged out to be for the week, and then how this week compares to my prior weeks. So you can see, I'm pretty similar to all weeks, except for week 11. Week 11 was a little bit higher. As I told you, I was eating instinctively then. But you can see, all in all, pretty similar macros. And I'd be lying to you if I didn't think I was going to lose another 5 pounds this week. But that was a little unrealistic. I'll take the 1.5 pounds and hope for a big swish next week. Okay, and then the meal plans. So I had told you in a previous progress report that I was going to try to break up my meals more, to spread out the protein a bit more, and I did do that last week. Not always 4, but I definitely was more cognizant of the muscle protein synthesis, and tried to break this out a little bit better. Okay, and then for the last thing I wanted to cover in this video is to talk about, just the thoughts I've had over the last week. So I covered the first point about the 3 to 4 meals versus 2 in terms of what my meal plan looked like. But the other thing I wanted to mention here is, for whatever reason, trying to eat 3 or 4 meals, particularly if I eat in the morning, say 10:30, because there were a number of times last week that my first meal was at 10:30, say instead of 12:30, sometimes 2 or 3 o'clock. For whatever reason, that made me hungrier throughout the day. And I mentioned that to the doctor, and he said it was just something to get used to. But, I feel so good having 2 meals a day that while I'm, very well aware of the protein synthesis, so breaking up the protein a little bit more throughout the day, I don't know. I'm still liking how I'm feeling better with the 2 meals a day. So I'll be, I'm aware of it. I'll try. But if I had to choose being hungry throughout the day with the protein synthesis, or continuing for this to be so easy and forgoing a little bit better synthesis for the 2 meals, then I'm going to opt for the latter. And then last topic I wanted to cover is other lab results that I didn't share in my prior video on the blood results. So the first thing I wanted to point out is the high calcium oxalates. So I found this result surprising because I am on a very low oxalate diet. In fact, I specifically do not consume spinach because it's high in oxalates, and there's no nuts or seeds on this protocol. And any of the almond milk that I was having in the protein-sparing modified fast ice cream, I've subsequently replaced with coconut milk, and I hadn't been consuming that ice cream long enough to yield such a high oxalate. So I wanted to share with you what the doctor had said about this. Is he said that you can store these in your body, and then when the conditions are right, they can get released. So this could be they're getting released in my urine from being stored in my body for quite some time. So then I'm thinking, okay, well, where did they come from? Because I'm cognizant when I'm eating about avoiding oxalates. And the one conclusion I can draw is, when we're following just keto, there's a lot of recipes and products that have almond flour in them. And that may be the source of this. So I'm not going to worry about it too much, but it is something that I will test for again in a couple of months. But I thought the fact that our body could store these up and then get released, and that this test was done in my 8th week of this protocol, and to see this high of oxalate, even though I'm on a low oxalate way of eating, I thought was surprising, and I thought I'd share that with you. The other thing that I wanted to share that he said was in regards to the glucose. So the glucose of 81. So he was surprised by this because he said, and I'd never heard this before, he said that he thought my glucose would have been higher given that I had told him that I was consuming, about half my protein via protein powders. So he would have thought it was higher, and I guess the logic there is it's more bioavailable, so the protein has more of effect because your body absorbs it faster, and hence there's more of a reaction by your body, a faster one versus a flatter one. But that wasn't the case. So he found that curious, and the only explanation that I have is, I'm not consuming, the protein powders that I'm consuming are not coming from a dairy source. They're not coming from a whey or a milk protein isolate for the most part. It's a combination of pea, hemp, and a little goji berry in the Sun Warrior. And then the Keto Chow is mostly beef protein. So I'm wondering if that's the reason why, because it's not dairy-based protein powders. But anyways, I thought you'd find that interesting. So that's all I have for you in this progress video. I'm real happy with my results. Realistically speaking, was I expecting a huge drop this week after near 5-pound drop last week? No. So I will absolutely take the 1.5 pounds, and certainly thrilled with the results that I have had through 3 months. And I'm about at the halfway point in terms of the weight that I want to lose. I don't have a specific goal weight in mind, but I'm going by when I did this protocol the first time and what I achieved, and I certainly do not want to get that low. So if I'm about 10 pounds more than that, that's kind of the general idea, the general goal that I have. And if that's the case, then I'm a little bit more than halfway. But I'll firm that up the closer I get. But for now, I'm thinking this is another 3 months or so for me. And so yeah, so there it is, 3 months on the protein sparing modified fast, doing it the Ideal Protein style way. And as always, thanks for watching. I hope this is helpful. And if you're liking these videos, I ask that you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already a subscriber. That'll do it for this video. I'll see you in the next one.